Reviews are massively influential to how well a product sells and have a direct correlation to sales, especially for books when you're selling on Amazon KDP. Did you know? Recent reports have shown that just by having 5 reviews can increase your book sales by as much as 270% compared to books with none. But I know what you're thinking. How do you get reviews when your book is brand new? You have no buyers yet, and you don't have a following or an email list that you can market to. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 4 ways you can easily get real, verified reviews that will boost your credibility and help drive more sales. I'll also expose some common mistakes that can get your KDP account banned, so pay attention to the next few minutes. Plus, I'll share a bonus review strategy that's commonly overlooked that will get you hundreds of reviews fast and set you apart from your competitors. All right, let's get started with the first method, which happens to be the easiest. Now, I know some of you might find this hard to believe, but don't underestimate how powerful just asking for a review is. For example, we've all been to McDonald's, right? Did you know that by adding 6 simple words during the order process, increased McDonald's revenue by over $25 billion? Simply asking every customer, do you want fries with that? Boosted McDonald's revenue by 15 to 40%. And you can apply that same strategy to your book reviews. At the end of your book, add a simple note such as, "Thanks so much for reading. I hope you enjoyed this book." If you did, it would mean the world if you would leave a quick 30-second review on Amazon. That's it. People don't usually think about leaving reviews, especially when reading a book. But if you remind them, many of your readers will actually do it. And here's a pro tip. If you have an ebook, you can include a clickable link that will take your reader straight to the review page, making it extremely frictionless for them to leave the review. Remember, the easier you can make it for your readers by removing as many hurdles as you can, the higher the likelihood that they will take the time to write you a review. Now, this review strategy doesn't cost you anything and only takes a minute to add to your books, so definitely consider adding this to all of your books. But that's not all. I have a powerful tactic to improve this strategy that will boost your reviews by as much as 40%, which I'll share with you in a minute. Next, a powerful strategy to get your initial reviews for your new books is to hand out what's called ARCs, or advanced reader copies. If you have an existing community or an email list, you can start by asking if anyone would like a free copy to read and hopefully write a review. If you don't have an existing community or email list, you can reach out to your friends and family, post in Facebook groups within your niche, or in communities like Storygraph or Goodreads and see if anyone would like a free copy of your book. You can even reach out to influencers in your niche to see if anyone is interested. For example, recipe or cookbook publishers often reach out to YouTubers in that niche. And the benefit of that collaboration is that many of those YouTubers are actually Amazon affiliates. So if they like your cookbook, they'll happily promote it and earn affiliate commissions while helping you sell more copies. And here's the thing, if you really want this strategy to work for your new books, make sure you send out your ARCs 2 to 3 weeks ahead of your book launch. That way, it gives your readers time to read your books, and when your book goes live, you can reach out to them and remind them to leave you a review. And this will really help your credibility right from the start, as you're really going to struggle with sales if you don't have any reviews when you launch. But one important thing I want to point out, Amazon is extremely strict when it comes to leaving reviews and review manipulation. Amazon actually has very strict guidelines that you must adhere to. Most notably, when you're giving away free ARC copies, you need to make it clear to your readers that leaving a review is not required, that it's optional. As you can see here, it's against Amazon's review policy to ask for a review in exchange for a free copy. You're allowed to ask for a review, but you must be clear that it's optional. All right, now with that said, when I first started, I had no audience, no community, or relevant network. But within just a few months, I was able to grow thriving communities within each niche that generates hundreds, even thousands of leads. For example, you can see here, I've grown this community to over 25,000 members, this one with over 34,000, and a fairly recent community that I started here with over 3,000 followers. And how do I leverage these communities? By making sure each community is highly targeted and niche specific, and then building an email list. And getting people to join your email list is actually a lot easier than you think. The simplest way is to create a simple lead magnet, like a one-page PDF or bonus resource of some kind. For example, one of my very first lead magnets that I created was a 7-page PDF on how to get started selling on Amazon. And that worked so well that I then created a top 45 frequently asked questions PDF. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate or complicated. It just needs to be something of value. And when people download it, they'll join your email list. And once on your list, you'll have direct communication with them. And anytime you have a new offer or a new book, you can reach out to people on your email list to hand out advanced copies of your book. And when launch day comes, you'll have a group of people ready to leave you reviews. Now, I do want to point out that building these communities takes time. You're not going to end up with thousands of members overnight. Building each one of my communities took a lot of time and effort. At first, it may feel slow, but trust me, after 3 to 6 months, you'll have a solid list that can easily deliver those crucial 10 to 15 reviews or more for your book launch. Remember, everyone started with 0 reviews, and once you get the ball rolling, it will only continue to grow over time. All right, the next review strategy is using review platforms. Now, to be fully transparent, I personally haven't used them, but I know this is a very popular strategy with publishers, and they've had excellent results. For example, one of the top review platforms is Book Bounty. Now, how it works is authors trade honest book reviews using a point system in order to stay compliant with Amazon's review guidelines. Basically, Book Bounty is a membership site for authors where you can review each other's books on Amazon, and by leaving reviews, you earn points that you can then use to ask for reviews for your own books. This way, other authors will leave reviews for your book, and you essentially repeat this process of reviewing other people's books to get points, and use those points to get reviews on your own books, and so on. Now, you might be wondering if this is review swapping, which is against Amazon's review policies. Well, Book Bounty actually prevents review swapping. Basically, their system knows who's leaving reviews for who. So if someone leaves a review for you, you won't be able to leave a review for them and vice versa. This way, no two people will ever be actually swapping reviews with each other. Now, this is actually the easiest and fastest way to get reviews, and what I suggest is sign up and start reviewing other people's books to collect points as soon as possible before your book goes live. Then, whenever your book does go live, you'll already have a cache of points that you can use right away to get reviews for your book. Don't wait until your book is live to start getting those points. You want to be able to get reviews right away when your book goes live. Okay, so how many reviews do you need to actually see a difference? Well, according to studies, anything is better than 0 reviews, obviously. No one wants to be a guinea pig when a product has 0 social proof. Ideally, you want to get at least 1 review, but your goal when launching a new book is to target somewhere in the neighborhood of double-digit reviews, like 10 to 20 reviews. This will help build trust with your potential customers. Your next goal is to target triple-digit reviews. This is the next psychological barrier for customers, and you can see with this consumer report that conversions increase by over 37% once you reach triple-digit reviews. And then they skyrocket to over 87% once you reach over 1,000 reviews. And you've probably already noticed this trend with existing sellers in your niche. The best sellers often have the most reviews. So the next question is, how can you get hundreds or thousands of reviews quickly? Well, you need to have a long-term review strategy in place from the get-go. Now, remember the first strategy that I went over? Asking your readers to write a review on the last page of your book? Well, I have an advanced strategy that takes this to the next level. Instead of just leaving a note on the last page or a direct link to your review page, a better way to incorporate this strategy is to offer your readers something of value, such as a bonus chapter, free ebook, or even a discount on their next purchase. You see, the problem is shoppers don't like to leave reviews. The average sales to review ratio is less than 1%. That means for every 100 sales, you might get 1 organic review. And simply asking your readers to leave a review doesn't maximize the potential for them to write a review because it doesn't consider any sort of marketing psychology. Asking readers to leave a review is one-dimensional. You want your readers to do something for you, like write a review, but there's nothing in it for them. The value proposition is one-sided. So guess what? To improve the odds of your readers writing a review, you need to increase that value proposition. So rather than simply asking your readers to leave a review, I don't mention anything about reviews. I simply offer them something of value, such as free bonus content, a free ebook, or discount on their next purchase. And to claim their free gift, all they have to do is scan the QR code. So if you understand marketing and sales psychology, the hardest part of making any sale is getting someone to take that very first step. And in this case, that's getting them to scan that QR code. Because once they've done that, they're far more likely to follow through all the way to the end, which in this case is leaving you a review. And since the messaging or call to action is direct and clear, it has nothing to do with reviews, and the value proposition is so tempting, the likelihood of your customers scanning the QR code is high. This is a strategy that I've been using for years that easily boosts the sales to review ratio from less than 1% to over 40% in some cases. Here's how it all works. All my customers have to do is scan the QR code in the book, and they'll be automatically directed to my lead funnel where I can offer them a free gift like bonus chapters, a free downloadable ebook, or even a discount on their next purchase like a gift card or discount code or anything else that suits my marketing strategy. The funnel collects their purchase information so I can verify their purchase. It also collects their contact information and email address, and then it asks them to write a review and share it on Amazon by clicking this convenient button here. With one simple click, it automatically copies their review and takes them directly to your Amazon product detail page where they can paste their review. How great is that? With this strategy, you can collect much more reviews as well as email addresses for future marketing and retargeting needs. Can you see how powerful this strategy is? But I haven't even showed you the best part. Here's what makes this lead funnel so powerful. If the customer wasn't 100% happy with their purchase, for example, they didn't choose that they were 100% satisfied here, then on the last step of the funnel, it will only collect their feedback for you to review, and the funnel won't ask them to share their review on Amazon. Notice the share your experience section is missing here. The copy and share on Amazon button isn't shown. Only when your customers are 100% happy, the funnel will then ask them to share their review on Amazon. This helps prevent bad experiences from getting shared on your Amazon product listing. And guess what? This is 100% Amazon compliant. Your customers are never incentivized to leave you only positive reviews, and they're not required to leave a review in order to redeem their free gift. This strategy catches your customers' attention by offering a very tempting value proposition, making it completely frictionless for them to claim their free gift while you collect their information and product review. And like I said, this massively boosts the sales to review ratio from the dismal less than 1% to over 40% depending on what you offer and how you set things up. That's over 40% more reviews. So how do you get your own lead funnel? Well, since so many people have been asking me how they can do this themselves over the past few years, normally you would have to hire a web developer to create a website to get this functionality, but I've gone ahead and created a tool that does this all for you. Head on over to reviewscango.com, and in just 5 easy steps, you can create a campaign, choose what type of promotion you'd like to offer, from a gift card, a coupon code, a free gift, a digital download like an ebook or warranty. And if you don't want to offer a free gift, you have the option to just collect email addresses if you want. And the tool will automatically generate a QR code, like you can see here, that you can download and print onto your physical book or include in your digital ebook. And just like I showed you earlier, when your customers scan the QR code, they're brought directly into your own personally branded funnel where you can collect their information and build your own email list and product reviews. Myself and my students have been using this strategy for years, and now it's even easier for all of you to as well. With ReviewScanGo, you can collect unlimited reviews and create unlimited campaigns and promotions. And it's as simple as that. To learn more about how ReviewScanGo can help your business and sales grow, head on over to reviewscango.com. It's helped me and thousands of other people boost their reviews and sales by incorporating a simple review strategy that actually gets results. Results like you can see here. ReviewScanGo also has a free trial, so you can join right now and create your first campaign for free and test it out for yourself. I'll leave a link down in the video description below. Now, this video right over here will show you step by step how ReviewScanGo works so you can get started today.